I use 15
I
braid.
use 20 pound on all my
Yeah.
spinning rods.
Yeah.
Now, I find that I have to change it a little bit more, it wears out, but I like it better, I think it casts
Right.
better.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. That's what I use. I tried the 10. The 10 was a little
Shirley, you
bit too
taking
light.
notes?
It didn't break.
For
I
Hubert.
just found I got a lot of loops in it.
Huh?
You
For
know?
you.
Yeah.
So I went to the 15 because I used to use nothing but 20.
No,
You know,
I quit
and then-
I quit using 20, I went to 15, either Power Pro or
Yeah.
that new con, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Which brand is that?
That's 15.
No, what brand?
Oh, that's Power Pro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Power.
You know, that guy's got,
Yeah, and if you do this will help with
Man,
all
I
the
should
have
loops
hit him.
around
never
here.
thought,
Hit him up.
yeah, that's a 30 pound?
That's a 30 pound.
Yeah.
And you only need you really only need about 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches. You know, just enough to keep that
How'd
braid
you
off.
figure that out?
I saw it on a video.
well, you know, that
There's
diversion.
always somebody teaching you something.
Yeah, always somebody teaching you
They-
something, you know.
That's where they should be
And
putting
I
it.
started, I'll tell you what, I started.
Well,
doing.
really, they should put it where it comes
At,
out into
Mojo,
Chattahoochee. But,
So you just gotta.
Two pros talking about fishing, looking at their honey holes up there on the screen. It's Saturday morning, we're over here by Team JoJo's fishing session.
hello, Mr. Stanley.
Hey, Mr. Ron Harris. We don't have many people here today, I don't know what's happening. I guess everybody went fishing, it's getting that time of the year.
And it went over, I went over, and the tide was rolling. If I wouldn't have my boat on spotlight,
It works, huh?
I wasn't giving up my pole this time. I'm giving up. I was fishing all the way at the end of the East Biloxi Marsh by myself. I mean, there was nobody around.
They don't call me the
Fish
trout
bites?
master.
How you doing it? How you rigging it?
I just cut a little piece off. It's got like a cloth member on the inside of it. Okay? So you just cut a piece of it off and
I
just
don't care what you say.
hook it right through there.
Tip it to your hook.
Tip it to your hook, get it all the way through because it'll
If they
stop.
got saltwater.
What is that, show me the pack,
That's a fish bite.
fish bite,
Yeah, in a shrimp flavor.
shrimp flavor.
Yeah.
And what is this here then? Tell me one more time what this is.
This is the new color by Matrix Shad called Limelight.
And
And
Captain Scott told you about
Captain
this?
Scott told me that's what they've been catching all their trout
Who
on.
makes that? Matrix?
Matrix, yeah. It's a new color. Yeah.
Mr. Time, you probably pulling your hair, the rest of your hair out.
You don't happen to have
And I had it on a mount in the back of my boat. Well, it's time to leave it, because if I have a problem with my boat motor, I can step on it and I can get around the backside of my boat motor. So I used the trim on my boat motor, I put my foot up there and trimmed my boat motor up and got my foot on the other piece and got back in the boat.
it's not a good idea to jump out your boat, man.
No, it's not. Not when you're by yourself and the tide rolling.
I lost my phone.
That's my $500 ladder.
There you go.
I lost my phone right off the dock in Delacroix, and I went in after it, and the mud was at least that deep. But there was no way
you
I
go.
could pull myself
Trust
up.
me, you can get up on that.
Fishing buddy was there, he pulled me up.
Maybe had
Otherwise,
somebody
I'd still be in
fabricate it.
there.
I have
Get the
some.
phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
That's my
The
52-year-old.
depth finder said I was in 5 foot of water, so I figured I could at least, sink down.
This. What do you call it? I call it plastic. You get down from the current and you cast into the current. Always cast into the current because your bait will come down to the bottom. And then you bring it toward you and you'll feel that fish. The slightest little thing that you feel, that's a fish. And you set the hook. And you'll know right away if you got it. But you cast up, because a big fish, I go after big fish. I don't go after little fish. A big fish is lazy. He'll lay facing into the current. And he wants to hit anything coming at him. And I mean, they'll hit it. And you'll feel it. You gotta I use a bait caster when this arm works.
What I do is when the tide's slacked off and the wind is not too bad and fish ain't biting, what I normally do is I start doing the Lake Petro. I run upwind, turn my boat. If it's straight behind me, I'm doing straight like this. If it's a crosswind like this and I want to fish this side of the canal, the motor's off. I turn the motor this way, it pushes the boat right along the edge. And I'm using the wind and the tide to move forward. And what you do is you drop it straight down. You know, I preach this all the time, and everybody wants to cast it. But when you drop it straight down and you hit that bottom, 50% of the time, that's when you're going to get the hit. But the wind's pushing you, the current's pushing you, you just switching it like this. If you don't feel that bottom, leave more line. If you keep doing that, you barely feel that bottom, and you just want to twitch it. That wind's pushing you right along here. And we'll go for blocks, man, especially wherever I go for blocks. Finally, I get a hit, another one, pick 2 or 3 of them up, drift a little further, nothing. I run back up, do it again. And I try to watch where I'm at when I start getting them hits. I get 3 or 4 hits, go back up and do it again. Like I said, I might drift a block, 2 blocks, but once I find out where they at, I cut the drift down. I only go so far this way to try to stay in that strike zone. And after a while, I try to figure out where they at. Never can, just trying to tight line them, it doesn't work. But as you go along, you just want to twist that line. All you're going to feel is that little tap, boop, set the hook. Plenty of fish were caught that way, this way. Many times it saved the day. In Oak River by Orange Bayou, I had 2 ladies with me, and we were having a bad day. We wound up with 75 trout doing this technique in 6 feet of water.
I think they call it the Oak River Troll.
This is the Oak River Troll, yeah. Not like the lake one. So you just want to drop it straight down, get it to the bottom. Normally I use a 1/4 ounce head, depending on how fast I'm going. I don't like going over 1.4 miles an hour, but you know, however much line you leave out, if you're leaving out plenty line, then you want to go to another size head, maybe a 3/8. 3/8 is the biggest I ever used. But you just want to drift along like that. I had a lady used to fit me.
Sometimes it feels like you hit the...
Her name was Rod. She was an expert at it, and she loved it. But it's, my electrical engineer called it idiot fishing. However, when you're communicating with people, you've got to be very careful, because I had a lady in my office work for me. I said, babe, all you do is hold over the side and drop. Brand new rod here. Holds it over the side, boop, he drops it, I swear. She wanted to buy me new one. I said, don't worry about it, babe. You taught me something. Got to be more specific. That's the Lake Beach Troll, and I use it a lot in Oak River. I use it in Vibe Avenue. I use it everywhere I go. So it's a pretty good technique, especially when things are slowed down. You don't have much tide, you got a little bit of wind, but the tide and wind has to be going the same way, so you get that movement forward like that. You just bounce along that bottom. So that's the Lake Beach Troll.
No doubt it's got to be the Power Prong Junior.
And you got to buy them for Power Prong, right?
You buy them from Salt Strong. Yeah.
But it's the Power Prong from Salt Strong.
From Salt
Which size tail you buy them?
It's the 3.5 inch.
3.5 inch.
Yeah, it's called the Junior. They make them in, I think, 2 or 3 different sizes, but I like the small one, which is the Junior.
What's your favorite lure?
Can we get a good
It's
one?
probably the clear, I forget the name of it, the clear
Shrimp Creole?
Matrix Shad.
Shrimp Creole.
No,
No?
no, it's
That's a clear.
shit, I don't know. It's the clear with sparkles on it from Matrix Shad. I use a 3/8 ounce.
That's why my man here
Golden Eye.
can't take it. What's your favorite lure? Hold on.
Probably a Berkeley Gulf.
The who?
And a Berkeley Gulf. And the,
Berkeley Gulp is your favorite lure? What color?
The mullet, white,
The mullet white?
pearl white, or the glow.
Now, the Gulp is the one's got the stink stuff on it? Okay. Mike, what's your favorite lure?
It's probably a lemon drop or something yellow. That's the one I do the least worst.
Anything chartreuse that glows, that's the main thing, I think, anyway.
Nowadays, it's chartreuse
Yeah.
again. That's chartreuse, I forgot.
All right, this gentleman here, folks, hold on, let me get this back a little bit. There you go. Whoop. This is Mr. Tom LeBlanc. He's the Delacroix man. He puts out his own little report, but it's more of a diary than anything else. But what is your favorite lure?
I use black and chartreuse H&H or an alien H&H.
But is it cockahos or is it beetles?
Cockles.
Cockahos, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And the black one's got a yellow tail or just? That,
Black with a yellow tail.
every time I've seen you fishing, that's all I've ever seen was the black
That's the only
lure.
thing I bring.
Well, you better bring something else when you go to the lake.
Last week when we caught fish, we caught them on plastic shrimp.
Plastic, like DOA or
Yeah.
something like that?
It was I don't remember the name of
That's
it.
the
but-
trouble when we're
Well,
old.
tell when we get old, folks, we can't remember what lures we use.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't pay
How
for it,
about
you may not
ultraviolet?
get
An ultraviolet matrix shad, that works pretty good too.
it. Rudy, you film him.
My two lures is the Speck of Go-Go.
Give me
Camera to
the
Rudy.
second film.
Oh. Okay. And I was brought up with the Beetles, the H&H Purple Beetle 3-inch is my go-to lure. And then I got on the Chartreuse Beetle, H&H 3-inch with the red dot. And about 7 years ago, maybe, so I got involved with the Matrix Shad. And I got to tell you, the Matrix Shad Lemon Drop is my number one lure around. I'll stick with that.
You just said
That's where I catch all
told
of
me
it.
that's not good.
No, I
I
didn't
said
say
lemon drop.
No, the Lemon Drop's good. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I've got
Chris Roberts.
more of them than anything.
You're supposed to mimic.
He mentioned something about chartreuse. I go,